you ever let others judge your worth based off your job title? Or maybe you even started to believe that your title defines who you are? I'm Yana, and I'm here to help you see your worth and build a brand that truly represents who you are, a brand that reflects your value. Your job doesn't define you, and it never should. You are so much more than a title or a set of tasks. Your skills, your passion, and your life experiences is where your true value lies. Okay? Being someone who has been unemployed, you'll have feelings of like, dang, what's really going on? Like, why it seems like I can't be as stable or as steady as I want to be, right? Yet I had to remember that the thing that I went to school for and the trajectory that I was going in, society has been slowly disintegrating that, has been removing that, and society as a whole is moving towards a different direction. So I can't be as hard on myself as I was. I had to learn to give myself grace. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that your job is all you are. Get caught up in what other think about your title, your role, and what you bring to the table. Y'all know we all heard that saying, what you bring to the table. What you bring to the table. Maybe you start to feel invisible, like your worth is stuck behind a desk or a description on your business card. Let me tell y'all something. I was in a bank one day, and y'all know how they have the TVs in the bank, and then they'll have like the newest banker, or even you'll go to the doctor's office and they'll have like the newest doctor, however, they'll have their picture up there and say what their title and what their role is. And let's say you've been unemployed for a while and you see somebody business card and they got their picture and they look all like happy in their new role or however the case may be, right? And it got you feeling like, you know what, I'm somebody too though. Or let's just say you wanted to start a YouTube channel and you see other people start their YouTube channel, but you like, but I could do that too though. But I could run me a channel too. Like I can get subscribers too. Like what is it? Like ugh. And it's like you're not jealous, but it's like it's more like I'm feeling a feeling of disgruntledness because I know what I'm worth. Like I know I have value and I know I can showcase this to the world, but I just don't know how. And that is exactly what I do as your digital design coach. Okay. I help you guys see your worth, build up your self belief through the frameworks and the tools that I have for you guys to lay out your foundation to start your entrepreneurial journey. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that more within the video. Okay, so after you see these people's business cards and you might start feeling like you're invisible and that your worth is tied to your job or that your income is tied to whom you are. You know how everyone is. Oh, I need a dude that makes 6 figures. Oh, I need a woman that'll do 50-50. Or how many the case may be. Like everybody's looking for everyone to have their finances in order in some way, shape, or form. You feel what I'm saying? And when you go through job loss, unfair job loss, being laid off, people just letting you go, you have these at will contracts and people just let you go for the sake of letting you go, however, right? So the more you let that define you, the further away you get from seeing how incredible your value actually is, and that it isn't tied to a job at all. Okay, your value is not tied to a job at all. Let me tell you something. When we be out of a job and we're in unemployment for a while and we're applying to these ghost jobs, these jobs that seem like they're ready to hire you, then you start giving these companies and these entities power over you, and you let society deteriorate your self-confidence and your self-esteem. And that's what we want to refrain from here, right? And so if you're going to start entrepreneurship, you have to build on your self-belief. Okay, you have to build on your self-belief first because you have to work on your foundation. And who is your foundation? If you're working on a personal brand, you are that foundation. So you have to believe that you can. You have to believe in your brand. You have to believe in your mission. You have to believe in some values and your interests and your experiences. And you have to know that the things that you're going to put out here, out forth onto the internet online. Yes, I'm a digital design coach helping you produce your online presence, right? You have to know that people want to hear what you have to say. You have to wholeheartedly believe in that, because if you don't believe in that, you're not gonna have a very long trajectory here on YouTube. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I started YouTube in 2011. Okay, everything that I do within Sultry Accessory is something that I've already experienced and I've already gone through, and I'm just taking my experiences and wrapping it with a bow so that you guys have the alter experience than I do, right? So I had to go through, you know how parents be like, oh, I want to tell you everything that I went through so you don't have to go through that. That's literally what I'm doing here at Sultry Accessory. So you not sitting at the library days on end, looking through all these entrepreneurial books to try to find this answer. You not just posting random videos and random Instagram posts feeling like, thinking that, oh yeah, I'm posting, but it ain't doing nothing because you didn't have no trajectory. You didn't have no foundation. You didn't lay out the steps. You didn't really get to know who your audience is. You didn't even think about maintaining your channel. You just thought, oh, I'm gonna just turn on this camera and be cute and then people gonna subscribe to you. But let me tell you, it don't work like that. You think you just finna make all these products that everybody keeps telling y'all to make on this TikTok. Oh, this how you make a quick this, and this. But you not telling them the strategy though. You telling them how to create the product. I'm great at creating products. I'm great at building my website. But what was I missing? I was missing the foundation. That's what I was missing. I was missing the foundation. I was missing myself. I was missing God, right? I was missing being aligned to the mission. I'm over here in this world trying to fixate on how the world operates with this 9 to 5 system, but yet God wants me to rely on him and use spiritual principles, right? Not man-made principles. Oh, your worth is tied to a job? No, it's not. God, have already showed you what's your worth, and you stay in that word. I'm telling you, and you seek the kingdom, everything will be added onto you. I wanted clarity for the longest of time. Do you hear me? Do you ever feel like you just been doing something forever and ever and ever, and you're like, man, I know I'm doing this for a reason, but like, what is the missing piece, and make you want to freaking pull your hair out? That's where I was at, and I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take all the things that I like to do, and then take my experiences, add that together, boop, that's my brand. That's literally what I did. And people like to sit up here and say they don't have interest, they don't this, they don't that, they not creative. That's a lie. When people be saying I'm not creative, that is a lie. Like, oh, yes, I am using ChatGPT. Truth be told, it's giving me somewhat of a framework, but I want this to feel like me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like reading scripts. Like, this is a job. I don't want to read a script. You know what I'm saying? I want to be thoroughly me. Okay? Because the passion is what lies in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to coach people, the passion got to lie in the pudding. Here's the issue. When you tie your work to your job title, you forget the bigger picture. Real value is not in a paycheck, and it's not in the approval of others. Listen, when you start entrepreneurship, you're not looking for the approval of others. You are only looking for that audience that is looking for that thing that you serve. Okay? That thing that you serve on as your solution through your YouTube videos, your products, and your services. You're not looking for the folk who outside your target market, who outside of your target area. If they not your customer avatar, they don't matter. They don't matter. Stop looking outside of yourself for answers when the answers are in here. And they're in here. And they on here. Okay? And that job changes, and when that job disappears, you might feel like you lost everything. Let me tell y'all something. It's one job I had, y'all. It's one job I had, man. And I just got the dang down job. Listen, it was a job I had, man. I'm trying. It was this one job I had, y'all. And I swear I just got the job. What happened? The pandemic happened. The job I had prior to that job, y'all want to know what happened? Somebody bought out the damn building. So many instances or like just jobs doing whatever and whenever, and things getting cut off out of my own control. Folks want to make you quit, and folks want to fire you just out of your own control, however the case may be. They want to give you limited hours. So the Lord keeps showing me the same cycle over and over and over again. And I'm like, dang! Spirit, the Lord keeps showing me the same cycle over and over again. And he's like, if you don't, he told me to sit down and make this coloring book. He said, sit down and make something of your own. Because when I constantly, let me tell you something, I went to school for fashion and retail marketing. Okay? When I was going to school, fashion was promising. Okay? Y'all might not think fashion was promising, but fashion was promising. When they had all these big, giant retail store chains, and everybody was like, oh my God, you could go to New York and this and that. And you know, however, I wanted to be a visual merchandiser. I did. I wanted to be a visual merchandiser. Okay, I love to display things and make them look all nice. You know how like even like event coordinators, and they have like interior decorator or like somebody who come and like do catering and like set up the table and set up I like doing setups, right? I like art, I like design, I like the functionality, I like the structure, I like the organizational components to it, I like the colors and stuff. Like, I love coordination. That's why I dress well, right? Yeah, so I wanted to do visual merchandising. And then I was like, you know what? I think I want to do what did I think I wanted to do? I think I said I wanted to do like some about events, like weddings or something. I don't know. Like over the course of time, I was just trying to see like where else I was trying to go, this and that, however. Then I just here fast forward, I'm like, I'm gonna be a digital design coach. And truth be told, it's just things that I learned throughout my childhood up until now, and then this is where I am. Like for real, sometimes your calling, your purpose, and your passion, and things that you can do, if you don't know where to turn, go back to your childhood, and then like start pinpointing different things, and then y'all, you gonna make a puzzle out of that. Take every little bits and piece of your life and start making a puzzle, and you're gonna get a clear picture. It's when your job changes and when it disappears, you gonna feel like you lost everything. Then it's gonna make you feel like, dang, like, okay, so where do I turn to now? Like, I don't know what I do now because I just got so used to doing A, B, C, and D. Like, and then you start feeling like, oh, that's all you could do. Like that's all you could work. Then you try to find jobs that were similar to that role, and then, but truth be told, you get to a job that's similar in that role, and then you kind of like bored. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do that to yourself when there's so many other possibilities that you can make for yourself, especially now that we have access to platforms that we can turn to now. Why not make something of yourself? But the truth is, you haven't lost anything. You've just forgotten more there is to you. Man. Because let me tell you something, these jobs will try to blind the out of you. These jobs will try to blind you. Okay? And the more I feel for the people, like I've been unemployed for a while now, but I feel for the people who just constantly apply, constantly apply, constantly apply. Friend, it's time to pivot. It's time to pivot and to see yourself. Take yourself as you are. Create a foundation for yourself, which is therefore create a marketing plan. Okay, get your plan together. Have your products, your services, and everything aligned together. Know who your audience is. Know what they need and deliver on that. Okay? Because if you were doing deliverables on your 9 to 5, what's to say you can't do deliverables in entrepreneurship? Yes, I know people have their, what do they call that? They have their pros and cons. Oh, entrepreneurship got pros and cons. So do the 9 to 5. And let me tell you something. The 9 to 5 is disintegrating. If y'all have not took a look around, and paid attention, the 9 to 5 is disintegrating. They're having less and less and less jobs. Why do you think that there's ghost jobs? And then, like they said, they've been spam callers because it's not a real job and they just selling your information. That's why I put a Google number on my stuff. You got this power to redefine your worth. Do not let these jobs make you feel worthless. And I did a live, y'all, and society wants you to feel jobless and hopeless. So definitely go and watch that video because I talk more on that in that live, however, right? So you want to redefine your worth and start seeing yourself for the incredible talent, skill, abilities, and experiences to the table. Like all of us is worth something. So the reason why I say align mind because you are a brand. Because I remember when I was young, y'all. Man, I'm finna go back in my memory bank. I remember I was young. I think I was like 10 or 11, and I used to go to like a lot of after school programs. And you know how you young, you don't really remember people, but you know what folks say. There something somebody said and it got programmed to the back of my head. I promise you. Somebody said you always want to represent yourself like you are somebody. I swear they said something to the alliance or to the effect of that when I was young, and I swear it's like it just got transmuted and pent somewhere in the back of my head. Okay, I had to be like I had to be like 7 or like 11, somewhere in that age. Somebody said something in one of them after school programs. I don't know. But that was like, you always want to walk across this earth knowing that you somebody. And you know how to be like, put some respect on my name. You have to learn how to put some respect on your name, regardless if you got a job or if you going to start entrepreneurship. Tell them folk to put some respect on your name. But let me tell you, you got to put respect on your name first. You have to know that you are the foundation, that you are the pivotal point. But you got to change this thing right here. Go beyond your limitations. You have to go beyond what other people try to say what your limitations are. Oh, you only gonna make so much in entrepreneurship, this and this. Entrepreneurship is flaky, da da da. It's the ebb and flow. It's an ebb and a flow with a 9 to 5. Hello. But you're not putting a cap on your ish. A 9 to 5 is an ebb and flow too. It's an ebb and flow of your freaking emotions and your freaking mental state. And then you wonder why you have all this freaking low self-esteem because your job been dwindling at it the whole time you was there. The whole time you was in that job, and they doing all kinds of riffraff. People using this word. What's that word? Rigmarole. that's how weird. That was saying rigmarole. I'm like, what? Yeah, they be doing all this riff-raff to just get away with stuff, nonsense, da-da-da. And you go home. Listen to this. This how you know your job is affecting you. If every time you leave your job and then you go home and you got to call somebody that, oh, girl, you know what they said on the job today? You know what my ass did on the job today? The more and more you keep talking about that stuff, the more it's eating you. The more it's eating you. Like, it's eating at you. And a lot of people talk about that. A lot of people talk, this job is eating at me. I don't know if I can. I was watching something and somebody was sharing something about her friend couldn't get out the car to walk inside of the door of the job, and she just felt like she had to quit right then and there. Like, her body would not allow her to get out the car to go to that job. It be like that. And if you feel like you getting to that point, friend, definitely know who you are, your potential, and what you could be, okay? And find your audience now. Find your audience now. Now, for me, I did all the products and this. I did it backwards. Where I got my products and done, and I need to find an audience, which could be a good thing because my channel is therefore can be monetized prior to YouTube trying to be monetized. You feel what I'm saying? So that's something that I teach as well, is like knowing how to monetize your stuff up front. Step beyond your job title. You unlock the door to your real potential. And that's when your entrepreneurial journey begins. If you're ready to start seeing your worth and what it really is and design a brand that reflects your true potential, I got something for you. Down in the description box, I have the Align to the Signs solution template. What is this for? Think of your audience and you're going to write down their struggles, right? You're going to write down their struggles and you're going to say what emotions come up for your audience, right? Then you're going to see what does it look like for them on the physical, like because of these emotions, what is their life looking like physically, right? That their behavior is emitting, right? Or emoting. Emitting or emoting, however, right? Okay. Then you're going to have your products, your service, and your YouTube channel as the solution. And then ultimately, you're going to have the overall outcome after they've bought from you. What is that result that audience wants? That is the Align to the Signs solution template down in the description box. It is free. Y'all, I wish I would have had this tool years ago. Okay, because I would have been starting my brand, but I probably would have had to stop because I did lose family members in the process. So with that being said, y'all, I wish I honestly, if I could have had a straight narrow trajectory, y'all, I would have wished I had this thing down template. So that's why I'm using my experience, right? I'm using my experiences to refrain from y'all going through the circles and the loop I had to go. I went through so many loops over and over and over and over. Loop, loop. Like, you know how, like, on the computer, it be like going like this, that little spinny reel, especially on the MacBooks. Oh my God. And you like, when is this thing really gonna process? Like, when is this thing really gonna take off? Literally, if you want your brand to take off sooner than later, get the template down below. It's gonna lay out how you're gonna speak to your audience and making sure that your content connects to that audience, because you don't want to be posting just to be posting like how I was. I actually started YouTube back in 2011, but I had no foundation, right? I didn't think about maintaining a YouTube channel. I just thought like, oh, I'm gonna get on YouTube. I'm gonna just like, I started YouTube off the sake of, oh, hey, my dad's side, we sing. Okay, boom. I'm gonna turn on my dad laptop, boop, and I'm gonna start singing. That's how I literally started YouTube in 2011. Then I started going off and on, off and on, off and on, changing niches, and then wondering why. Oh, why I ain't got no subscribers? Why ain't this? One, you don't got no trajectory. Two, you didn't think about maintaining your audience. Three, you don't even know who your audience is. So I'm telling you, get that template down below. It's gonna give you all the clarity and the confidence that you need to go forward within your entrepreneurial journey. Okay, boos. I'll see y'all in the next one. It's your girl, Sultry Accessory.